Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Bobble, a bona fide classic that has seen new life on arcade archives. Does Bobble hold up well today? Let's find out. Bobble is a 1986 Taito arcade game and a spiritual successor to both Crack and Pop and the Fairyland story, though much more refined. You play as Bub and Bob, two humans turned into bubble-spewing dinosaurs whose girlfriends get snatched up by monsters. As you're now a Chibizilla, you only have one choice. Use bubbles to murder everything in your way through 99 levels, and then do it again on hard mode for the true ending. Bobble's secret is it's absurdly easy to pick up and play. Each stage consists of only a single screen, with you being able to platform up through ledges but not down, but you can drop from the bottom of the screen to land at the very top. The goal is very simple: get rid of all the enemies. You can spit bubbles to trap them, then jump on them or push them into walls to pop those bubbles, killing them. Dead enemies drop all kinds of point objects, usually food, to increase score. There is nuance, however. Leave an enemy in a bubble too long and they'll eventually bust out, angrier and faster than before, and the last enemy of a stage also gets pissed. Take too long and they all get mad and the game spawns the Baron, a skeletal dragon ghost thing, to kill you, and chaining bubble pops in a single jump increases points. The cleverness is how it takes these simple mechanics and consistently expands on them. Some stages have bubbles filled with water that will grab you and enemies and pull you down the stage. Others have lightning that zap left or right when pop, or fire which burns the ground. There's secret letters to gain bonuses and special items that clear the screen or do other things. Bobble is always adding something new to the pile. This is in addition to adding new stage hazards. Early on you can platform and attack without thinking much, but later levels become puzzles in how to traverse and kill enemies, eventually requiring you to learn how to jump on your own bubbles without popping them as platforms, among other things. It's here the real brain-teasing element of the game takes off, and the level design shines. The whole game can be played in co-op, which is the best way to do it, though you can play single player and continue when you die if you hold start during your death animation. Pro tip. And that's Bobble, a classic arcade game that shines in co-op about murdering monsters with bubbles and conquering some deviously puzzling levels. So what do I like about Bobble? Well, the core mechanics here are incredibly solid, with the game being very easy to pick up and play, but there being a surprising amount of depth with the more advanced maneuvers, allowing players to grow over the course of the game. Additionally, the level designs are really well thought out, even though they do get quite tough, with each stage clearly having a through line to beat it and test specific skills. And lastly, this game rules in co-op, hands down one of the arcade bests. A buddy not only makes the game much easier, but tons more fun as you can coordinate bubble combos and platforming challenges. When it comes to the bad, the latter half of the game's level spiral into some absolutely brutal BS that requires not only insanely precise timing, but also mastery of mechanics like bubble jumping, which can end up being pretty frustrating. Additionally, while the game is fun in single player, it's clearly designed around the co-op experience. So much so that even just to continue where you left off in single player, you have to use that aforementioned button combo, which kinda sucks. And lastly, this game has one song, or 99 levels, and then another 99 levels. You will only be hearing this one song. It is a great song, but good lord. As you know, I rate games here on a 3-point scale: must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. And this shouldn't be a shocker, but Bobble absolutely holds up as a gem of 2D co-op puzzle platforming. Its visuals are charming, its levels are brilliantly designed, and its unique mechanics have a high skill ceiling. While it does have some BS in its latter half, and the game is much less enjoyable by oneself, if you have a bubble popping buddy in your life, Bobble is absolutely worth revisiting via arcade archives. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played Bobble, if you did, what version did you play? I definitely spent a lot more time with the NES version than the arcade one, but let me know what you think in the comments, and regardless, go out there and make sure you give Bobble a look.